Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the last chance qualifying races. 2 days ago, we had our second chance heat races, as they have now been dubbed. About a week ago, we had the first heat races, and then the round two elimination races. So, just to recap for those who haven't been around, your front row is Alex Mata and Jesse Turner. Advancing from round one of the advancement heats. Heat 1, Peter Onjak, Chase Miller, Elijah Leonard. Heat 2, Colt Hudson, James Ellison, Rod Hayes. Heat 3, Christopher Choi, Freddie Soto, and Seth Cole. Heat 4, Aaron Carlson, Enzo Nareza, and Cody Smart. And from Heat 5, Franklin Phillips, Wade Brummer, and Jacob Dillons. Out of those 5 heat races, the quickest one was Heat 5. And then we had the violent elimination races. Getting eliminated in Heat 1, Terry Lee, Ace Rogers, Delon Ibrahimian, Audra Baranoskas, Cole Deaver, Henry Sanford, Brad Markle, and Tom Warham. From Heat 2, Carter Friesen, Tim Randolph, Joshua Hyatt, Danny Lloyd, Kaz McKellar, Connor Hurley, Marcus Sachi, and Matthew Perez. From Heat 3, Bryant Beltran, Casey Waz, Levi McIntyre, Riley Leto, Fruta Salada, Troy Lawson, Matthew Brown, and Kevin McHugh. From Heat 4, we had Zachary Fitzwater Sr., Eli Bright, Chris Wilson, Annie Lynch, Rob Evans, Brendan Brown, Brad Lewis, and Brad Cheston go home. Brad Lewis barreled down the backstretch, and Chris Wilson went over the 74 car during his wreck. And in Heat 5, that went home Mark Brown, Diego Yepes, Jalen Howard, Christian Russell, Charles Sanford, Jonathan Sorlin, Andrew Rich, and Leo Rogers. 2 days ago, the following drivers advanced in the second chance heats. From Heat 1, Ryan Dalton won that race, beating out Jeff Wright by 18 one-thousandths of a second. That was the only heat race to have 2 yellow flags. Zoe Fernandez got third, Greg Torres fourth, and James DeMarco fifth. From Heat 2, we had Jake Rogers win, Kyle Jones second, Ben Crouch third, Scarlett Rich fourth, and Phil Parker was fifth. And from Heat 3, Gary Barlow, Max Anderson, Hunter Braxton, Robert Young, and Antonin Charlevoix advanced. Today, the top 5 from LCQ number 1 and 2 will advance, and that will fill out our 42-car Crown Royal 300 field. Tommy Roberts is on the pole for this first last chance qualifier. He's been pretty fast all weekend. We'll go through the rest of the 30-car grid as the command to fire engines will be given here in about 3 seconds.
Are you ready? Gentlemen, start your engines!
Now, there are a lot of drivers who have been fast this weekend that are in this heat race. They are in here. Let me say them again. Tommy Roberts has shown speed pretty much all weekend long. JT Handley, the brother of defending winner Teejay Handley, he's shown speed. Jake Galloway shown speed. There's TJ. Got fourth in the first round of advancement heats, and then in round 3, he ended up being in a wreck. Sam Young in the 22 has shown some speed. Corey Scott, we've seen up front. Brian Tremblay was fast in the heat races 2 days ago. Lest we forget Todd Mack and Kev Shearer, 2 of the fastest from the Group 1 qualifying session. Tyler Markle, James Dunn, they've shown some speed. Same with Elijah Gilbert. But 30 laps, cautions are on. Reminder that the heat races a few days ago, the first heat had 2 yellows and then the other 2 had 1 apiece. All those accidents happened on lap 2 or 3. I am expecting to see the same here in this last chance qualifier. This is the last chance. I kind of made a mistake 2 days ago thinking, oh, they have, these guys are eliminated. If they get in this wreck, their chance is over. I made that mistake. These are the last chances right here. TJ and JT both on the inside line at the front. If they can stay there and avoid getting 4 wide, as TJ just got put in the middle. As stated, second place finisher to TJ Handley, Jonathan Zorlin, was eliminated in the elimination heats a week ago. And The renumbered 99 car that TJ drove to the win, now the 990 driven by Robert Young, has made it into the show. So we're at least going to have the defending car, but not sure if we're going to have the defending driver, as Corey Scott almost made it 4 wide on JT. JT was looking to be in the middle there on Oskin, but he actually got enough of a run off turn 4, and he got it back down to the bottom. In Heat 1, the wreck was on this lap. In Heat 2, it was on lap 3, and I believe the same thing for Heat 3. So lap 3 has been the average lately. Today, a lot cooler day, clear 81 with a west wind of 6 miles an hour. These cars driving a little cooler today, a little more speed under the hoods. And Sam and Oskin to the race lead. Just another reminder, top 5 advance. And everyone else is out of luck. Also another reminder, your front row is your front row. First round of heats, those 15 drivers will start anywhere from 3rd to 17th after they qualify again. The heats from 2 days ago is the same thing, 18th to 32nd for those 15 drivers. Today, these 10 will qualify anywhere from 33rd to 42nd. As the top 4 is going to go single file, it's Oskin, Mendez, Tremblay, and Ferranti, as they are 4 wide in the pack here. Gilbert and Orman, Bloomfield and Brock. But it looks like they're going to be okay for now, as Mendez is making a move on that race lead on Sam and Oskin. The manufacturer tallies will be made at the end of LCQ number 2. The back straightaway seems to be the happy spot to cause incidents, as here comes the 36, and the 100 of Joey Mitchell is going to make it 4 wide. Ooh, the 36 and the 86 got close right there. Joey Mitchell will go to spectator camera here coming off of turn 4. This is one of the best cameras we've got down the front straightaway. Look at them all single file. That's James Dunn in the 02. They are 4 wide behind. We did have one 5 wide wreck that happened mid-corner in turns 1 and 2. That was interesting. This guy right here went almost over down the back straightaway in his heat race. Jared Daniels trying to make it into the main event. Todd Mack in the 75 we've seen pretty fast all weekend long. Tyler Markle in the 41, same thing. Bloomfield's on the bottom, Orman's on the bottom, Preston Plourd's on the bottom. He was involved in his wreck 2 days ago. He's trying to make it into the race here today. We've gone 5 laps now. The record is we had 2 heat races on the first day. Those are 26 car heats, and we had those guys go green 10 laps in 2 different heats. So it's definitely doable. Now it is 1X. These fuel tanks will last about 35 laps. So these drivers should not have to pit here in this last chance qualifier or the one coming after it. Daniels, Mack, Ormond, Plourd, and Galloway. That's your top 5 as they're starting to single out at the front, which can be a good thing. We might see 2 drivers peek out here and there. You see Plourd's going to be one to go. Galloway's not coming with. He's going to stay high. That's going to put Galloway on the top into turn 1 though, as Todd Mack is starting to peak in his Honda, but they are 4 wide behind, and Kev Shearer is on the bottom of that 4 wide. Brad Anomia, Tommy Roberts. But in the lap 7, our average in the first heat races was actually lap 8. I believe it was a wreck on 8, a wreck on 2, and then another wreck on 8 or 9. Reminder, those races did not have caution flags though. The elimination races, it was about the same thing too. It was more closer to lap 7. Daniels is going to get freight trained here by Mack and others, as the bottom line is really lining themselves up here on lap 8. As I am very proud that these drivers know that the race is 30 laps, not 10. They have time to strategize find out who's going to help them to the front, who they can help to the front, because it's only the top 5 going in, and then the rest of these people are going to be watching the race tomorrow from the infield. The 100 lap Crown Royal 300 is sure to be a good one. The Pizza Hut 300, I believe, had 3 yellows, 2 early on and 1 late. And then it was, I believe, a 26 lap run to the finish. Actually, it might have been longer than that because we did have pit stops, I believe, around lap 92. But right now, Kev Shearer, who was second fastest from Group 1, is trying to join who was going to possibly be the one who was inside on the pole. Elijah Leonard advanced from his heat race 1 week ago. Still 3 wide, 4 wide, whatever you want to say. It looks like William Brock is drifting outside the pack a little bit, but he's pretty close. He should be okay. We're on lap 9 of 30. Looking like we're going to go green so far. There's William Brock. You can see his car kind of hanging back. Someone's 4 wide. I think that was Tyler Lawson and Markle there, making it a little close. RJ Reynolds has found himself towards the front. Bob Markle's up here. As Kev Shearer continues to lead, we've made it to lap 10. Once we pass this, the record will be extended for the weekend. They're pretty calm, only 3 wide, whatever. Let's go find Teejay Handley. We're going to go on board a lap with the defending race winner. Where is he? He is on the bottom. Let's go on board inside the cockpit of the 440. Looks like they're trying to form up a lane here. Going to pitch in there, and Chris Wheeler is very tight. See that wheel work. This track is tighter than it looks. It is very wide corners, but they are very flat corners. Running behind you, by. Go to the roof camera. Now this scheme was driven by JT in the first race, but TJ drove the 99 as stated, which is the 990 this time around. Coming up behind the 38 of Alex May. Go back to that TV2 camera here, as TJ is going to be put right side middle 4 wide, as Sam Oskin's driving up back towards the front. Now we're going to go 11 laps here maybe, so TJ gets out of that 4 wide. It's a By and Sam Young now in the middle 4 wide here, borderline. Looks like it's going to be Daniels and Riley. Oh boy, I don't like the sight of that. Oh, they're good. They're still good. Oh, that's borderline 5 wide right there. TJ now up on the top 4 wide. We've made it 11 laps. That is the record, but things are starting to get dicey. Shearer still in the lead for Ronti, Oskin, Lawson, and May. Oh, and Riley, it's not even. Oh, there's a wreck. Jake Galloway, Anomia, they're around. That's the caution there on lap 12. Let's see if they can get this situated. They do not want to wreck once they hit the start-finish line. It did happen in one of our heat races 2 days ago. Shearer will be the leader. Ferranti, Oskin, Lawson, and Dunn. That's the top 5. Now we've got to watch these drivers. Oh, they're borderline 4 wide right now. Oh, Joey Mitchell and James Dunn just about wrecked it. It looks like once they get to the back straightaway, they're usually good. So it looks like the 100 and the 02 just about wrecked it. Or was that the 38 of May? Either way, it was very close. Let's see if we can figure out who was involved in this accident, as Brock's going to come in and pound the rear end of Plord. Nathan Orman's involved, Anomia, Elijah Gilbert, Jake Galloway we saw involved, and that is it. They've all run back. Not sure if all these drivers are going to keep racing, but we're probably going to be halfway when we restart, and there's still probably a chance of another yellow, so let's take a look at what brought out this one. Per usual, it's a 4 wide gone wrong. Anomia here in the middle with Galloway, Bob Markle to the right, Todd Mack to the left. As we'll see right about here, the wreck's going to occur. Now, I thought Riley was going to turn a bye, but that did not happen somehow. There it is. Markle, nowhere to go. Mendez is going to get in the wall a little bit here. There's Tremblay's going to get sliced a little bit on the right. And then see, Plord and Brock are trying to make their way through. Gilbert's going to come down. Looks like he's okay. But I think there might be some secondary contact. So Plord and Brock make it through. And then, oh, here it is. Orman's going to think he's good. And then 19 slides back up. So Orman nails the 19. And then Gilbert's going to get a piece right there. Otherwise, the 89, the 19 got the most, and the 13. They got the most damage until Ormond screwed the pooch on trying to get through the wreck. But with that, we'll take you to the race restart. All right, we're going to get ready to go back racing. No one retired, so everyone's still in it in case some giant wreck occurs. It's going to be 14 to go. Here's your rundown. Kev Shearer leading, Ferranti second, Oskin third, Tyler Lawson fourth, and James Dunn fifth. Alex May, Mitchell, Tommy Roberts, Sam Young, and Bloomfield. That's the top 10. We'll go through the rest of the order here. Jared Daniels, Chris Wheeler, RJ Reynolds, Todd Mack, Eddie Riley, JT Handley, Kapula Bai, Jay Jefferson, Tyler Markle, Teejay Handley, your defending winner from 2.5 years ago, Brian Tremblay, Edwin Mendez, Corey Scott. Involved in the accident, Preston Plord, Brad Anomia, Elijah Gilbert. William Brock was not involved. Nathan Ormond, Bob Markle, and Jake Galloway. Now, as you can see, Nathan Ormond without a front end, Markle without a back end. We'll see what's more hindering in the draft. But with 14 laps to go and still 24 cars up to speed, I'm anticipating another wreck. If there's anybody watching this video as it premieres, because usually nobody is from what I've seen, and I thought I picked the good times of the day. Then again, people do have school during the week, but I'm predicting a wreck by lap 25, and then a green-white checkered. I really don't care if people watch these or not. I just do these for fun. But it is kind of crazy when you're on your YouTube video and you're like, what's got the most views out of my videos? And holy crap, it's all the sign-up videos. You know why? Because I'm usually refreshing the page 50 times when I'm updating the sign-ups. Now I just re-click newest comments. It's a lot easier. So it looked like Shearer was going to get passed by Ferranti there, but he got that high-line run from the restart. And it looks like Dunn has fallen back out of the top 5, and Joey Mitchell has popped in from a high-side maneuver. You see a lot of cars are going to be on the bottom for now until the pack clumps back together. They're looking pretty even between Oskin and Ferranti. So until someone makes a move 3 wide, this is what it's going to look like. And it seems we do have 26 cars up to speed. Everyone else is down from their damage. As Alex May makes a move to the bottom there, you can see them in the distance. Bob Markle seems to lead that group. And Anomia and Gilbert are clinging to life. So Alex May finally made it 3 wide. But Oskin and Ferranti are sticking pretty even behind Shearer. And are they 4 wide there? No, not yet. Oskin is going to clear Ferranti to get down behind Shearer, and he's probably going to go here and try and make a move. Todd Mack has found himself into the top 5. RJ Reynolds right on the edge. There's JT Handley. TJ, we can see, is stuck in the middle. This is a very good way to make a move, is just streamlining down the back. And Anomia and Gilbert have lost the draft, and Edwin Mendez is about to as well. Now, he was involved in the accident. He hit the wall just a bit. And there's Oskin with the move at the finish line. Barely beats out Shearer. That was definitely in the 1000s. That would have been a cool finish. Next time by will be 10 to go. So now it's Oskin and Shearer, Todd Mack, Alex Ferranti. believe that is Jay Jefferson in the 52 on the bottom. Jared Daniels. JT Handley's up top. And Jared Daniels is going to make it 4 wide. Now, as I predicted, I expected a wreck by lap 25. Now, there are 23 cars in this pack, so that is doable. Remember our elimination races? They were 23 car fields. We had 2 of those fields wreck out. One of them was huge, too. I'm not sure if Tyler Lawson actually has back-end damage or if that's just a glitch, because that happens sometimes with this mod. But we are 3 wide for the lead between Oskin, Shearer, and Daniels. That third line really loses its muster. Actually, no, Shearer's getting a bit of a run. Let's go to the helicopter camera where you can see these 3 lines. They know it's time to fight. The middle line pinches the bottom line more than the third line pitches the middle. You see Jared Daniels, though, out front kind of pulling away. Let's see if Shearer gets a bit of a runoff corner here. That's just nowhere to go. The bottom's got nothing. Looks like Oskin will clear out of the 3 wide. Will he get to the bottom of a bye? It's really close. Well, looks like a bye is going to stick it on the bottom. These guys are top 5. Tyler Markle into the top 5 at that start-finish line. Behind him is Brian Tremblay, who barely made it by that accident, as now Markle's going to put Oskin up top 3 wide. And if you don't get to the bottom quick enough, you are pretty screwed. And I just saw Preston Plord has a bunch load of back-end damage, and he's doing pretty fine. So it must not have been a severe shunt to the back of Plord's car, because he's keeping up. We're going to go 4 wide again. That's Chris Wheeler on the inside. A lot of triple-digit number cars are up here right now. Oskin's going to go all the way back 4 wide, and he's probably going to pray they don't wreck under him. There's the 4 wide right there between Jefferson and Joey Mitchell. There's the contact zone, and they are good to go. Now Tommy Roberts is in the midst of a 4 wide. As the pack in front, they're trying to track down Jared Daniels. Markle 2nd, Riley 3rd, Wheeler 4th, and Todd Mack is 5th. 7 laps remaining. Oh, and we're probably going to catch Nathan Orman. His hoodless 24 is a lot more down on speed than we thought. Fastest car on the race, 46.008 by Shearer. See if he can get back to the bottom in time to make a move towards the front. Plord, remember, Plord's up here in the top 5 with back-end damage. If this man makes it, I will be dumbfounded. I mean, look at the back end of this thing. I guess it's more of a pushed down sort of damage than a pushed up sort of damage. And Plord will get caught on lap 27, I believe, if my math is right. 27, yep, it'll be coming out of turn 4 on 26, going into 27 if we don't have an accident. Speaking of accidents, it's got to happen this lap to not be race ending. If a yellow comes out on 26 or later, it would be a race ending race back. Plord is sitting here in 4th single file. Daniels leading, Lawson 2nd, Riley 3rd, and JT Handley has shown up in 5th. Riley makes a move to the inside. It's Toyota, Honda, Chevy, Ford in the top 5 right now. I was waiting for one of these races these past few days to have 5 different manufacturers. Heat 1 ended up having 2 Chevys, 2 Pontiacs. Heat 2 had 3 Chevys, 2 Hondas. And Heat 3 had 3 Toyotas with a Chevy and a Honda. So it has not been a 5 different manufacturer. We are at 5 to go now, so if we were to wreck, it would be game over. These cars have really split up. I think it might be the tire wear or something. And Teejay Handley has made his way to the bottom. Considering they're 2 wide, this is the prime time to do it. Plord's falling back. I think he's out of chances here. Everyone's making moves behind Jared Daniels, though, as Nathan Ormond is creeping closer. It looks like it might actually be lap 27 coming out of turn 4. That would be at 3 to go. Once Daniel sniffs the draft, it's going to make whoever's in second get a really good run. As Teejay Handley, the defending winner, is trying to make it in. He finds himself at the front. Remember, if you don't get top 5, you're not making the race. There's 2 of these LCQs. Oskin's made it back to the front. JT's actually in the top 5 for Ronti. Behind him sits in 5th place right now. And there's Orman. They're actually going to catch him on the back straightaway. Let's see what Daniels does. He's going to slow down. And this is going to clog up the whole field as Oskin goes by. Riley's going all the way to the top. Shearer will get by. Moving into 4th. As Daniels loses the lead, it's Oskin into the lead now. And TJ has found himself up on the top side. It's going to be tough to get back to the bottom. If anyone can do it, it's TJ. You know, he won that race with a 3-wide move. Oskin, Ferranti, Shearer, Daniels, JT Handley. That's the top 5 right now. There is a slot. Is TJ going to be able to jump down? He does. Still got to get to that top 5, though. Not a lot of time left. Shearer with a move under Ferranti. James Dunn finds himself up at the front. RJ Reynolds. Can Oskin hold on to win this LCQ? Shearer sits in second, the same spot he was for 3 groups of qualifying. Is there a caution? No, there's no caution. We're just split because of the lap car. 2 laps to go. Shearer's going to make a move here. Is TJ Handley in the right spot? And Oskin doesn't have enough push, so he's going to fall back. Shearer in the lead. James Dunn, RJ Reynolds, TJ Handley, Sam and Oskin. Eddie Riley sits behind the 440 car. Tommy Roberts, Preston Plord is up here. We see Sam Young, Todd Mack in the distance. They've been fast most of the weekend. The top 3 have gone single file. Dunn is going to make a move on Shearer. They'll be coming out of turn 4 for the white flag. TJ Handley, your defending winner, sits in 4th. Will he be able to advance to the main event? Once again, he's going to go 3 wide for the lead going into turn 1. Tommy Roberts makes a move on Eddie Riley. 3 wide for 1st and 4th. As long as he doesn't get put 3 wide, TJ's in a pretty good spot. Preston Plord, the car with back end damage. He's making his way towards the top 5. He's trying to get 3rd from RJ Reynolds. Tommy Roberts is going to try and get a run on TJ Handley here. Can he get it? He's not going to. Unless he gets something in the corner. But oh my goodness. The defending winner from 2.5 years ago is going to win his last chance qualifier. And TJ Handley will race in the Crown Royal 300. Tommy Roberts 2nd, RJ Reynolds 3rd, Eddie Riley 4th, and Preston Plord with back end damage ends up in 5th. And TJ Handley just showed them, I'm going to be in that main event, and you better watch out. This race was a lot faster over the course of 30 laps. Standings are official. TJ Handley, everybody. I believe we had a Ford, a Pontiac, a Ford, a Chevy. Yep, that is correct, I believe. So Ford getting 2 drivers in, Chevy getting 2 drivers in. But the defending winner for the 3rd time, I'm going to say it now, TJ Handley wins this LCQ, makes it in. Tommy Roberts, we've seen, has been fast. He got kind of screwed over by a lap car in the first round of heat races. Cost him a win. He's going to get in regardless. RJ Reynolds. So I just botched it on paper. Oh, that's a cool fix. Eddie Riley, who kind of went under the radar for the beginning part of these races, and he's going to be in the main event. And then Preston Plord somehow raced his way in with a crunched up back end. And that is your top 5 from Last Chance Qualifier number 1. Get yourself a drink, some food. It's time for LCQ number 2. All right, it's time to find out who the final 5 drivers will be that advance to the second annual NRSL Crown Royal 300. Quick statistic, out of the current 37 cars locked in, 8 of them are triple-digit cars. In this last chance qualifier, a third of the field are triple-digit cars. So we're going to see if we will end up with 10 triple-digit cars or not. 2 of them would have to race in from here. And then after this race, I will also have the manufacturer totals. And anyway, let's get through, see who's in this 30 car field here. Gatlin Downey, Johnny Gardner, the 2018 Mountain Dew for the Win Cup Series champion. Ryan Brommer, Jose Mills, Joe Jefferson, Ryan Butcher, Jack James, Richard Mendez, Sebastian Kukulon, Jason Watkins, we've seen has some speed. Kevin Allen has shown speed. Here comes the command.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
There you saw we skipped over NRSL President Dylan Young. The 27 driven by TJ Dent and the 28 by Ty Dent. Those 2 cars have been sponsors for special events of mine. We'll see if those cars can make their way into the field or not. Kevin Allen, I think, is the one I've seen with the most speed out of this entire group. Would be a shame if he does not make it into the event. Teejay Handley, again, I still cannot believe he masterfully worked his way through the field at the end there. Made a move for the lead and had enough. Tommy Roberts couldn't do anything, couldn't find the way to get by him. And it was 3 wide for third behind them, so that was pretty crazy. Or was that second? Actually, I think it was 3 wide for fourth. So, anyways, without further ado, here comes the green flag. And we are green. So we'll see Gatlin Downey with the early lead. Just writing down these totals, current totals. Downey continues to lead, so now we went 11 laps in the first LCQ. Now I'm expecting that not to happen in this one. Shockingly, we have not seen any Dodges racing in 2 days ago or today so far. We've been on a bit of a slump as we're 4 wide for the lead. Sebastian Kukulon on the bottom of that 4 wide maneuver. So far, I think the most manufacturer of a car we have is 14 Chevrolets, which I don't see any Chevrolets in the front in this race. Jacob Dunn is going to take the race lead here. We're still clean and green. As my current tally is almost finished. And hopefully it is accurate. And it is. So as TJ Dent makes a move on Jacob Dunn, and I might have missed an accident. No, they're just single filing out. Current total before we find out who the last 5 will be: 14 Chevys, 5 Fords, 5 Toyotas, 5 Dodges, 4 Pontiacs, and 4 Hondas. So Chevy domination weekend, I guess. Still stronger probability that it's not a Chevy who wins the main event, like it was last time. It was a Toyota. Oh, and there's been a wreck. Caution flag is out. What is the 950 doing? Don't come back up too soon. And she doesn't. I think that's a she, Pina Salada. Who's involved in this one? Sebastian Kukulon is totaled. Austin Mendez is totaled. Ryan Butcher is totaled. Joseph Brummer again with a heavy impacted car. Henrietta Fitzwater. Jose Mills. TJ Lawson. Kevin Allen with damage. Richard Mendez. We see Watkins, Jack James, Joe Jefferson. They're separated. But it looks like most of the field got taken out, and the leader at the line will be Jack Hellick. So we'll see, hopefully no one wrecks here again. A lot of smoke going into turn 1. Looks like we had a much bigger accident in this LCQ versus what we saw in the first one. Looks like we will be good to go here. Pending no one comes right up here and runs somebody over. Patrick 6 seems to have some hood damage. Oh, James gave a bump to Jefferson. Looks like Watkins, Mendez will catch, TJ Lawson, Mills, heavy damage, Allen. Brummer is done. That's the end to his day. We had no one retire in the first LCQ, so this one we're definitely seeing some people out. And the wreck here on lap 4. Let's take a look and see what happened, as I was too busy writing stuff down. Yep, and I would have seen this if I wasn't writing stuff down. It's a 4 wide right at the front. Brummer and Butcher, clearly this was not aligned right, and right up the track into Kukulon they go. There you see 2 Mendez drivers, Fitzwater, Larker gets slammed. Oh, Kukulon's actually flipping right here, and oh man, look at these impacts. Jeez, holy crap. There are about 4 cars upside down. Butcher's barrel rolling. Oh my goodness gracious. Kukulon's flying, Butcher's flying. My goodness, look at the air clearance from the 01. Oh man, look at Jesus. This is unreal. We're gonna have to watch this in full speed. This wreck is unreal. Oh, the way the 01 slams up and down off the racetrack. Yeah, there's gonna be some onboards from this. The 01 went for a ride and a half. So let's rewind this, and we're gonna watch it in full motion. My goodness. Let's take a couple onboards here. This was insane. First, we're going on board with Matthew Rodriguez. I'm amazed he made it through here. If the 840 didn't save that car, I think Matt Rod would have been involved. On board the 210 of Joseph Brummer. What a terrible ride. Surprised he was able to drive this thing back to the pits. On board with Sebastian Kukulon. What a horrifying ride for the 55. Lastly, on board with Ryan Butcher. Even the cockpit camera had a little shake there when he slammed onto the apron. Hope he's okay. Oh, we are back here at Pensacola. There'll be 22 laps to go out of the race. Ryan Butcher, the 93 was Richard Mendez, I think. No, Austin Mendez was the 93. Sebastian Kukulon. 4 triple-digit cars. Henrietta Fitzwater, Joseph Brummer, Kevin Allen, and the 140 of Teejay Lawson. Here's your rundown. Current top 5. Jack Hollick, TJ Dent, Tony Green, Dylan Young, and Ty Dent. Rest of the order: Wyatt Anderson, Jacob Dunn, Keith Rich, Xavier Lawton, Mathis Wells, Alexander Rowe, Pina Salada, Johnny Gardner, Matthew Rodriguez, Gatlin Downey, Ryan Brommer, and Steve Larker. Also Joe Jefferson and Jack James and Jason Watkins. Cars continuing with damage: Patrick Sick, Jose Mills, and Richard Mendez. So we'll see which of these 3 cars is in the way the most. The other 20, though, should be good and up to speed. I think we still have a chance at another caution, especially with 22 laps to go. It's sure to be a good one here, kind of a longer run in this LCQ. We'll see what happens. It's getting ready to go back racing. Pace car will dive down pit road. 22 laps of action remaining. We are back on their way. TJ Dent wastes no time. He's making a move for the lead. See if the high run comes into play for Halleck or not. Tony Green. Now he's going for the lead. Sorry, I am multitasking. I know I am terrible at it. But it looks like we're mostly double file as these cars try and get back up to speed. Tony Green still sticking it in the lead for now. As here comes NRSL President Dylan Young. And he's going to take the lead with ease. Or is he? Green gets that run, but Young will clear him. As here comes Wyatt Anderson. Wyatt now trying to get by with help from Johnny Gardner. As they're almost going 4 wide. I said it, didn't I? I think they're going to wreck again. So far, so good. Johnny Gardner to the lead. Still staying pretty clean. Okay, I'm done multitasking. Back to focusing on the race. And if you can hear that sound, that is my racing wheel shifter that I am currently screwing with. I'm done doing that. LOL. Here comes Matthew Rodriguez. We said he was probably the luckiest driver in this race, as now he's going to get put into the right middle 4 wide. It's Pina Salada trying to advance into the main event. Remember, we have not seen more than this is the most cars we've seen on the racetrack at once all weekend is 30. We're not. We're gonna have no idea when we get to 42 what's gonna happen. As we see, Watkins and Locker apparently have damage, or they just got separated because they have fallen out of the draft. I think it's just they got separated. Richard Mendez, Jose Mills, and Patrick Sick are all 10 seconds back. I'm not sure if they're going slow enough to get caught. Whereas we're only at lap 14. Okay, they are running about 2 seconds off pace when they're in this straight line. Jacob Dunn takes the lead, so we'll see, yep, 12 seconds back. Do the math. 16 laps, 32 seconds. It's going to be close, but I think we're going to wreck again anyway, because I see Gatlin Downey getting ready to turn Mathis Wells. I don't think they're going to catch them. If we had another 5 laps, it would be probably catching them, but unless they start making moves on each other, these drivers are not going to have to deal with the lap cars. So right now the top 4 start to single up. It's Jacob Dunn, Dylan Young, Joe Jefferson, Keith Rich, Alexander Rowe trying to get by Downey for 5th place. Now Keith's sister, Scarlett, did advance in her heat race, as Joe Jefferson will make the move. Jay did not make it into the event. So Joe is trying to do his brother, I believe, proud. Ooh, look at that 3-wide move in the middle of the corner by Ryan Brommer. Jack Hollick has found his way back to the front. We got Matt Rod on the bottom, Xavier Lawton, TJ Dent and Ty Dent are right behind one another, or in front of one another, or something like that. Oh, they're still 4 wide pushing here. It's Lawton and Anderson in that middle groove, as Hollick will take back the lead. So we see Sick, Mills, and Mendez are slowing down. 212 miles an hour. But they're not in a straight line. If they're not careful, they're gonna let themselves get caught. But I have a feeling this group's gonna wreck themselves again. If they keep going 4 wide anyway. As the Dents have found themselves to the front. It's 20 seconds at 13 to go. It's going to be very close. If those 3 cars try making moves on one another, it will break their draft. They'll slow. I think these cars, I think if we go green, this pack's going to catch them right at the end. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're going to get caught if they go green. If this pack goes green, they're going to catch those slow cars right at like 2 to go, 3 to go, something like that. There's Tony Green back into the top 5. Wells and Rowe are on the bottom. Jefferson, Keith Rich. TJ in the lead. This car did win a heat race 2.5 years ago with Peter Sands behind the wheel. Jack James has lost the group as well. This is a 17-car group. There's only 3 triple-digit cars up here. this goes green, I think they're going to catch those 3 cars. And then that'll be chaotic. You see Rowe making a move on green. It looks like Dunn is thinking about making a move on Rowe. And he's going to do it. He's given the lane by Rowe, and they're 3 wide for second. Lawton's closing up in 5th. Rich is on the bottom. Dylan Young behind him. Jack Halleck. We have still yet to have a race where there are 5 different manufacturers. The good thing is there's really not a lot of Chevys in this one. I see Keith Rich, I see Wyatt Anderson. That's it. Those are the only Chevys up here. Got Brahmer in a Dodge. Just Joe Jefferson in a Dodge, and I think that's it for Dodges. You know, a lot of the Dodges got eliminated in the elimination races. So we still got some 3-4 wide action going on, as Jacob Dunn has taken back the lead. We hit 10 to go. As I stated, it is going to be very close with those 3 cars. 31 seconds behind the lead pack. You see, Sick has actually passed Jose Mills back for 22nd. They're going pretty fast right now. Dunn in the lead. Halleck back up to 2nd place. But Mathis Wells got help on the top with Gardner. Let's see, are they going to make a move here on the top? See Rowe on the bottom, Jefferson. Look at this, Mathis Wells has a run. Dunn's going up to his line. Rowe's all the way on the bottom. Is Wells going to clear? No, he's not. And now Rowe, Halleck, and Wells are 3 wide for second, as Jefferson sits in 5th. 8 laps to go here at the start-finish line. They've kind of calmed down. No, maybe not. They're going 4 wide again. That's Downey and Ty Dent in the middle, and I think we're good. Rowe's falling back. Dunn is out into the lead again. A little bit of distance between him and Joe Jefferson. You don't want to get too much distance. Matthew Rodriguez up on the bottom again. Keith Rich, same thing. There's that pack. Oh, these drivers, they're going to catch them. It's more like 3 seconds a lap now. See, confirm. Yes, it's about 3 seconds a lap. It's going to be around 4 or 3 to go. We're at 7 to go right now. I think it's going to be on 4 to go. That will split up this group because there's not just 1 car. There's 3 of them. And this is what breaks this draft, is Sick makes a move. And then Mendes really has no clear help on his bumper. Dunn in the lead. Here comes Matthew Rodriguez. And Matt Rod barely made it through that wreck. Now he's trying to make it into the event. 6 to go. Reminder, it's a 17-car pack. Jack James actually fell back to Jason Watkins and Steve Locker. They're just sitting in case this whole field goes kaboom. And again, caution would fly. And they're getting close to this pack yet again. I think it's going to be 4 to go lap. Yeah, it's going to be 4 to go. So now Dunn, Matt Rod, Keith Rich, Dylan Young, top 4, single file. Here comes Teejay Dent into 5th past Johnny Gardner. Let's see if any moves get made. There's Young. He's making a move down low. Keith Rich is going to make a move with him as Young jumps straight back to the top line. And then Teejay Dent will make a move on Dylan Young. Great close-up camera angle here, right off of turn 2. TJ's gonna make it 3 wide. This is for second. Gardner's closing up. There's Halleck, there's Joe Jefferson, Mathis Wells. Everyone's just kind of cycling right now, but you want to be in the right spot because here we go. It's going to be 4 to go, and Jacob Dunn is going to get passed for the lead by TJ Dent, depending where they catch the slow traffic. Now they're going only about 8 miles an hour faster. They're not going to roar up on this group like we've seen people roar up on lap cars the rest of the weekend, since it's usually been 1 car. This time it's 3. You see, TJ's going to get this big run as Mills is going to make a move on Sick. He's going to get help. Oh, this could get crazy. TJ's going to get by everyone here. Halleck, Jefferson included. Mathis Wells and Xavier Lawton. That's the first 4. Everyone else gets held up. Rowe is up to 6 now because of that. But this is going to single up these cars single file with 3 to go here. This is going to make things very interesting because of draft. You see the cars really are going slower now. They're not going to 228. They're going more like 222, 225 here. We're seeing right now as they're getting back up the pace. TJ Dent, Halleck, Joe Jefferson, Wells behind. Lawton's going to make a 3rd groove here, but does he have enough help from Alexander Rowe? Answer's no. Now Pina Salada's got a huge run of momentum. Tony Green, Brian Brommer, Ty Dent, Gatlin Downey, everyone else. This is what we're talking about. Oh, it looks like Keith Rich and Gardner are going to get held up. They're going to lose the draft at that point. 2 to go. We're seeing a lot of just super runs right now with nowhere to go. Where you go with your run will be everything. But Halleck leads, Wells 2nd, Lawton, Rowe, Tony Green's 5th right now. He's trying to get it from TJ Dent. Lawton made a move to the bottom. Here comes Ty Dent. Jacob Dunn on his bumper. Lawton looking for 2nd from Wells. Here comes Green into the top 5. Ty Dent's the first car out. Jacob Dunn, we've seen speed from him all day. White flag in the air for Halleck as Dunn's making it 3 wide there with Ty Dent and Alexander Rowe. Joe Jefferson's going to make it 4 wide. Now Xavier Lawton's going for the lead from Jack Halleck. Green 3rd. Joe Jefferson and Wells are right now 4th and 5th. Green's trying to make a 3 wide move for the lead. He's going to move up. Joe Jefferson for the lead. It's 4 wide. That might take Halleck out. Here comes Matthew Rodriguez and Dylan Young. Do they get into the top 5? Matt Rod is. Does Dylan Young get there in time? Joe Jefferson's going to win the race, but who's going to get 4th and 5th? Lawton's going to edge out TJ Dent. Wow. And a Dodge will win LCQ number 2. Matthew Rodriguez 2nd. Tony Green 3rd. Dylan Young 4th. And Xavier Lawton 5th, another Pontiac. And that is it right there. I'm only taking one screenshot because that's what I did in the first LCQ. Didn't show who got 29th and 30th. So these races both had one caution, but this one was a smidge faster. 187.535 to a 187.392 in terms of race speed. So Joe Jefferson makes it in. Matthew Rodriguez, remember, barely made it through that big wreck in turn 1. I mean, it was masterful. Clearly that is what got him into the race. 4 double digits in one single digit car. making the event. The total single-digit cars we've got in the race is the 2 of Dylan Young, 3 of Hunter Braxton, the 6 of Greg Torres. From previous days, it was just the 9 of Christopher Choi, so those are our single-digit cars. But Joe Jefferson with the win. So I'm trying to think of totals as far as advancement races go. The first 5 heat races, it was Dodge, Dodge, Honda, Chevy, Chevy. The second chance heat races, it was Chevy, Honda, Toyota, and then today it was Ford and Dodge. As a reminder, a Yoda was the defending winner. Robert Young drives that car. So pretty big group here of drivers, big names, you know, in the community that made it in, and then one person I've never heard of. So Joe Jefferson, Matthew Rodriguez, Tony Green, Dylan Young, and Xavier Lawton raced their way in. Yes, the manufacturer total. Let's see here. We had another Dodge, so the Dodge total turns from 5 to 6. 2 Toyotas raced in, so that turns from 5 to 7 with a Pontiac and a Honda. So every manufacturer has at least 5 in the field. 14 Chevys, 7 Toyotas, 6 Dodges, and then 5 apiece for Ford, Pontiac, and Honda. That's the camp total. And with that, I will see you guys tomorrow for the NRSL Crown Royal 300. And maybe there might be someone in the booth with me, maybe. It's a 100-lap race, so, you know, gotta find an hour and a half to commit. I'll see you guys for the Crown Royal 300. Till then, enjoy your night.